Oh, yeah. That's it right there. Go ahead.
Welcome back to Just Off the Plate. It is episode 55. Double nickel. That is Armando. My name is Cody. We are live on a Tuesday night. Thanks for joining us as we sit here and ponder, question, discuss, or otherwise discuss men's hardball baseball.
A lot to discuss today,
In
man.
Houston, yes.
Houston, man. We got to play all our games. I don't think there was any rainouts, so...
No rainouts?
No rainouts. Close. Was it close? Monday.
Well, yesterday was crappy weather.
Yeah, Monday crappy weather, but other than that, man, we were good, man. Good day for baseball. A lot of baseball.
You know, I don't know how you feel, but the playing in the mist, it's no fun.
Oh,
Right?
no.
You're dirty. Like you're dirty off the field. You're gonna get dirty even if you're not playing. You're not sliding. You're not playing hard. You still get dirty.
Yeah.
Walking in the dugout, you get dirty.
Get dirty, man. You bend over tight shoes, you get dirty.
Yes. Yeah. You got mud on your hands.
You got mud, man. What's up, Jose? Yeah, I mean, no matter how you do it, man, it's you're gonna get dirty. So it's especially the weather yesterday was like you said, like that fog, mist, whatever. We were losing baseballs out there. We couldn't find them.
We had a low ceiling, and you couldn't see the ball.
Nah, man.
And it's tough to see the ball at Anderson anyway.
What's up, Pedro? Yeah, the lighting's poor, man. I mean, we need to get Tim. I think Tim does lighting out. Well, they're gonna tear down that field anyway.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
It's no good. Maybe they shouldn't even take the lights and do anything with them.
Right? No shit.
Because they're terrible.
What's up, Reggie? You know what they should do is they should take those, move them to Coastal, because the field the city may be like, well, now we don't have to pay to somebody to take them down. Somebody took them for us. But not before the season's over, right? It's got to be the last season, then go ahead and take them.
Yes.
Don't take them over there.
But our luck, their demolition is going to be on schedule, and it's probably going to mess up our schedule.
Right. The one time the city completes the project on time and starts on time and completes it on time, right?
Yes.
Reggie, man, we missed you out there on Saturday, man. At least I think your team did.
We did, but we didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Yeah. It was a tough, but that's baseball, right? I mean, one day you're on point, and you're like, what? Like, I mean.
And if you're a good team like the Padres, you're on point a lot, right?
Yeah.
So when that kind of game happens, you're like, you just throw your hands in the air, like, okay, well, this one's done.
This one's done, man.
Yeah.
This one's done. Nothing you can do about it.
And I imagine they're going to be on point from here on out.
We're the spark, right? Like if they win this out, we're gonna be like, damn, we were the spark that changed them, man. We changed their lives.
Hopefully in a good way.
Well, as long as we don't run into them, man. You know. But yeah, man, it was not the game that I think they hope for, or we hope for, but it was, you know, that's the way baseball goes, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it wasn't the game that I think that any of us thought that was going to be.
Definitely not.
Right? I mean, I don't think nobody would have saw that, you know. But there was a lot of good game. What I'm liking now is there's teams, and not even talking about our game, I'm talking about other games that you're like, that team got that close. You know, that team almost lost it, and you know, that team that was a bit like, let's say, on the lower side of the spectrum now is like gaining to middle to, you know, probably in the middle now, almost maybe creeping on close, you know, maybe a couple of seasons more, maybe on top now, you know. So, and what I like is you just can't sleep on nobody anymore. What's up, Justin? What's up, Wilson? Sergio?
Definitely not. Not even a team that hasn't won a game yet. You can't sleep.
No, man.
Yeah, because they can easily win one game, and that could have happened.
You don't want to be that one. You don't want to be you don't want to be a team that gives that team that first win, man. You want to be like, all right, man, you know.
Definitely not. And so that almost makes you play harder, right? Like some would say, hey, we'll take it easy. These guys haven't won a game. But really, you should be thinking about, no, we got to come hard because we don't want to be the guys.
You don't want to be the good one.
Yeah.
When
especially if they only get one win, right? Like, damn, that was how did that happen?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be that one. So it's but that's what makes it I think exciting. You know, within Friday Night League Friday Night, Saturday Night League HBA is that anybody can beat anybody. You know, it's well, who's who has that game that day, or who makes less errors, right? Or who actually converges on those errors.
Yeah. And, I would say that's all the leagues across
Yeah,
here,
yeah, for
not
sure.
necessarily HVA,
No,
right?
no,
Yeah.
true, good point, very good point. I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely when you watch HHL, obviously we saw that. Monday the wheels the momentum shifted this way. We're like, oh yeah, and
Yeah.
then it
And then,
quickly it
nope.
shifted
Yeah.
shifted the other way. And so
And you can come back on the Thunder, right? And you wouldn't expect that,
no, you
especially
wouldn't.
from a new team.
No, exactly. And I think they might have maybe went a little easy.
Oh, they got comfortable.
Could have been, man. Could have been. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, they'd have to respond to that to say if they got comfortable. But I definitely don't think they thought as a threat. So but definitely was a good weekend for baseball. I got all my games in, so I felt good about that.
And it's good to get them all in and end with a W, right?
Yes.
And I would say that's kind of been happening between the both of us, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But then Monday was snapped.
Yes, you can't win them all, right? You can't win them all. Monday was definitely a little bit of a heartbreaker, but shout out to the Diablos for doing their thing.
That was a revenge game, right? What do you call it? We better not lose this one. This is it's got some meaning for them,
A little personal,
a little personal when that team has 6 of their guys, right?
Yeah, I mean, and we've had those, right? We've had like the Marlins matchup, the Braves matchup. Just there's been a few. And I know what? I don't think about it. I've always been on the losing side of that personal matchup.
Well, I was about to say, you and I were fortunate to play on some good teams. So.
No, for sure, we are, man. I mean, like the Aztecas on a roll, man. Sun 365, man. These guys are on a tear, man.
No kidding. I mean, they don't want to lose a game.
They don't.
We don't want to lose a game.
We don't. Yeah, for sure. X was on it, man. And it was Cheeto did his thing, and good to see him on the mound. Good.
He's rehabbing, so he says.
That's what he says, and he got to play against his stepbrother, right, from the Lumberjacks.
Well, no, step implies there's no relation. I see relation there.
He doesn't know that they're somehow the family tree connects. Oh man, that was funny to see. I was like, man, they look very close to each other, man. So
shout out to Bubba Wesley.
Bubba Wesley.
Yeah.
That's not his real name, is it? I mean, Bubba.
I don't know.
But that's what he goes by, right?
Yeah.
He's a character for sure.
Yeah.
He's a character.
And yeah, he is, because if you don't do what you're supposed to do on the field, you're gonna hear about it.
Oh man.
On the field, you'll hear about it.
Yeah, dude. He'll get on you, man.
But sometimes that's what it takes, and maybe that's why they're 5-0. We're 5-0.
Yeah, and I think that's what those kind of games kind of get exciting, right? Because you both don't want to lose, and you want to see, and I've sometimes the moment could be too great for some people, and the pressure, right? Like you're trying to be so perfect that it could get to you.
Yeah, trying to do too much.
Yeah, trying to do too much, and I think that what might have happened to the Lumberjacks. I feel like, I mean, they can respond to what they think might have happened, but in my eyes, sometimes that's what it gets to you. Like, I don't want to lose, but I think Coach Cheo said it best. It's like, it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter if you place last or if you're the bottom seed. As long as you make it into playoffs and everybody's healthy,
Stand a chance.
You stand a chance. Because you could try to waste too much of your pitching and too much of your players because you're playing, your best pitcher every week or whatever, and then he's nowhere ready for the playoffs. So, it makes a huge difference. Let me start off with this though.
It's not opening week for MLB, is it?
That's probably kind of quiet today, huh? Is that what it is?
Well, no, it actually starts on Thursday.
Oh, is it?
But it will probably get quiet.
It will, right?
Not that we're not quiet already. Well, we gained a couple.
These are the dedicated guys right here, man.
That's it.
Is there any? There's not an Astro preseason game, is there?
No.
Do they play at night?
Well, I mean, they're doing spring training.
But do they play at night? I don't know.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, What's up,
But
Tim?
not here. They may play an
Yeah,
exhibition
yeah,
game
yeah.
here, but no, everything's over
Over
there.
there. Okay. What's up, Tim? Hey, Justin, hold on to my bats. I was trying to get them from. I left my bats over there, man. I went to because I broke routine. You've never seen me leave a game early, right?
Mhm.
I broke routine, and when you break routine, something gets left behind.
Yeah.
And I'm never that guy that leaves shit behind, and I committed that sin on Sunday. I was at my game and I'm like, hey, dude, are these your bats? I'm like, oh, fuck, yeah, those are my fucking bats.
And so you left 2?
My sand bat and my
Okay,
my
so
stinger.
you went 2 for 2, right?
That day.
That day? With, I know, at least 2 RBIs because it helped you out on that.
Yes, you did, sir.
So,
Appreciate that.
since you left early, Justin and I, we're going to use those bats next time.
Next time.
Yep. You surrendered them.
Right.
Yeah. We need some hits. We're going to use them.
Yeah. No, it was and I'll tell you what Cody's alluding to. I said it like this, you know, I'm out there doing addition, and this guy's doing trigonometry, algebra out there and shit. You know, this guy's he's thinking like so many steps ahead. So I'm up to bat, bases loaded, and he goes, pass ball. Huge, I mean, deep backstop.
If anybody knows that park over there at Pearland, yeah, huge.
It's huge. I mean, it would probably take Cheeto like 3-4 days to walk to go get that ball, right?
The only thing, it does have a brick backstop.
So
So
if you throw it hard-
if the catch is just right, it will bounce back.
But most of the time, you can at least get it, at least
Yeah.
a base, right?
Yeah.
And so I see Cody. There's plenty of time for Cody to get to home plate, and he doesn't. And I just think he's being courteous because we're up a little by a few runs. But nope, he's playing chess. So he's like, no, man, I'm gonna get you RBIs. I know you're gonna come through, and you're gonna get 2 of those. And I appreciate that. He got me my 2 RBIs.
Boom.
So it worked out good, man. So what's up, Mr. Landon, Mr. Maestro? Sound, what do you say? The sound bat? Oh, sound bat's gonna go missing. You mofos, in. It's gonna be a team bat now, right?
Yeah, he said, I have your bat, not bats.
Oh, yeah. No, it was 2 fools. Yeah. Joey got there a little late, but he got out there. So, but it was a good day for. It was a little warm. Got good day for baseball. But you know, one of the things I'm gonna say, dude, is that you've done that before, right? You've told me that before, but you've been on second and you put it in your head already. Hey, dude, he's a single. I'm gonna get this dude an RBI. We're gonna score, and I think that's kind of cool because like you're still helping out the team, right? Because we're getting a run in, but you're like, hey, he's my buddy, so I'm gonna try to get him a stat here.
And
so
it's situational too.
for sure,
right?
100%,
Yeah,
100%.
if it's a time to be aggressive, hey, this is it. Anything outside of the infield, I'm digging.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
man, and it's hey, what's up, Los?
There he is.
And yeah, you do got to be situational, right? Like on Sunday, right? It was the Cyclones versus the Aces. Now, the Aces just came off a W off of the Yard Goats, and I got there a little early, and the Yard Goats were playing the Bobcats. Bobcats were putting up some good runs up against them, right?
Putting something together.
Put something together, but then Yard Goats became Yard Goats and just pulled ahead, right? And I was talking to I didn't get her name, but it's Cheo's wife, right? And she's like, "Hey man, you guys can play the Aces. All right, give them a run for their money." She's like, Ed, they beat us, last week, and they thought they won the World Series. And I'm like, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. When you beat the Yargos, it is like winning the World Series. All right, can you let us have that? You guys don't lose a lot. So that one W that you do give us in the regular season, we're just gonna run with it, and it's just respect,
Yeah, it's a little more celebratory win than most.
Yeah, when you beat the Thunder, right, or you beat the Hot Shots, or you beat the Ramones, or in the new league, the Bombers, right? You beat the Bombers. It's kind of like, hey, it's respect. Like, hey man, I beat these Cuba. You beat Cuba. So it's what's up, Jimmy? Jimmy's in the house, and so, you give that respect, like, man, we got to beat these guys, and so we're playing the Aces, right? I used to play with them when they were the Hawks, and my buddy Felipe, he's playing center field, and when I used to play outfield for them, he always say, hey man, you ready to throw somebody out of home? I said, no, I'm ready to hit my cutoff. You could throw them out of home. I ain't got that kind of arm, and. So Coulter doing this. I think Coulter went 4 for 4 this weekend. That game, with the home run. hits a shot. By the way, I gotta post this home run. Now I think about it. Hits a shot to center, right? So like you said, be situational, right? It's a single, so you're supposed to score on a single, but because it's a shot, it got to center field real quick. So I'm in the dugout watching this, and they send Jonathan, right? And I'm like, yeah, he's gonna get hosed out.
Yeah.
And here he comes, boom. I mean, they got him for like a few feet, and I said, hey, bro, I don't know if you know this, but that guy lives for that over there. And he's like, you know, that would have been some good information when I was on second base.
or the third base coach.
Yeah, which was Stewart. And it was funny because I kind of laughed because I'm like, yeah, it's true, right? Like I'm over here. I should have said, hey man, he's gonna hose him out. Like don't stand up if it goes to center. But I don't know. Maybe because it was early. Maybe you do. I don't know. You'd have to ask Stu why he sent him. But
be aggressive early, right?
And you know probably so. So then I walk over to the side because he was on deck, and I said, hey man. I was like, that's what you wanted, huh? And he goes, man, you didn't warn him about me? I said, you know what? You're right, I did. I forgot to tell him about you, dude. And I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, but you got what you wanted, right? You threw the dude out. So, but that's being situational like that, you know, like you want to go, but in all reality, it's you gotta judge the shot too, and that's just, like you said, your third base coach is supposed to catch that. Like, hey, hold up, it's a shot, like it's or shallow or something. Yeah. You know, you gotta
know the outfield, know where they're playing. Right, you could turn around. You're standing on second and see where they are, where the ball's gonna go.
Yeah, like on the 365 game, I think it was the X. I think it was X. I was at third, and I think he goes, "Hey man, look, the infield is in." Now, it should be obvious, right? You should be scanning, but sometimes you're staring at you're at third base. You're staring at the ball, right? Where's the ball at, right? You don't want to be wandering your eyes everywhere, and so sometimes you don't pick that up. I don't know. I mean, maybe you do, but sometimes you kind of get lost in the sauce there a little bit.
Like focus on the batter or whatever.
You focus on where the ball is and the batter is, right? You know, because pass ball. So, but I'm glad he told that because he put it in my brain. Like, hey man, if it gets hit in the infield, like, you know, you really gotta get a good jump, or just don't even go at all, because they're gonna you know close you out at home. So I think that's smart baseball, you know, and that's kind of what the base coach is supposed to do.
Yeah. That's what makes this game great, right? You got to read everything that anyone's doing at any given time.
I could tell you another thing that was kind of smart too was the bunter on my Cyclones game. He tried to bunt Cardinal. What do you go? Sin. Cardinal Sin. Right? He pops it up. First baseman crash. Catcher crashes. Right. Well. He catches it, right? So first baseman's over there, catcher's over there. I just kind of mosey on to first base. Well, guess who's behind me? Second base. And I didn't see him. Now, normally when I'm on second, I don't need the coach to be telling me, hey, second base. I could perceive that.
Yeah.
I just didn't count on second base coming over, that's what he's supposed to do.
You were on first. Is that what you're telling me? Okay.
Yeah, I was coming off the bag.
Gotcha.
And I wasn't in a hurry to get back because in my mind there's nobody there.
Okay.
And then I see the catcher rear back. I'm like, who's he throwing to? Too late. Got hosed out.
So you were thrown out at first.
Yep.
Okay. So smart for somebody else, but not smart for you.
Not smart for me, man. I kind of look dumb on that, you know. But that's baseball, right? I mean, like it was just like he did what he was supposed to do. You don't get put in those situations a lot, right? So, you know, most things your ball hit the outfield, you know what you need to do, this and that. That one you just don't see a lot.
And that's true. You can catch anybody sleeping, right? And a good catcher in the second base is going to know that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and luckily he was, you know, on his point and came behind the guy.
Yeah, but you being an infielder, I'm sure you pick up on stuff like that, right? If you may have some sort of deke move where you may fool a runner, then try to get back to the bag to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like usually when I'm on second, I really don't care about the you know, some people go, hey, watch my back. I got enough peripheral to kind of watch that. Right. So I don't need that.
Well, I mean, you playing defense. Like, you probably have a move if you're on defense, right? And there's a guy on second, right? If you're playing short or second. Do you have any kind of move where you might deke him or sneak behind him to try and catch a throw?
Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I kind of, I try to even dig the batter, because some batters, when the runner pulls you, they want to go oppo. So sometimes I'll as the pitch is coming, I'll really over exaggerate to go to second, because you could see that they're trying to swing late and to poke it that way. And of course, my pitcher all of a sudden starts to choose to throw outside, and I'm like, what do you think he's gonna do with that? Like, what are you supposed to do with that? So, but
strike him out. That's what they're hoping for.
That's what they're hoping for, right? But sometimes when the runner pulls you, sometimes he pulls you into the ball. Sometimes they hit down the middle and you're fine, man. So like, it works out. Like I've had that before, where like, because the runner pulled me to second, the guy tried to hit it in the middle, which normally would be a smoke shot, single and whatever. But because the runner pulled me, I'm perfectly right there, and get him out. Sometimes you could double him up. Like that Azteca, when they hit the Azteca's game, when the guy hit it to third, and it was hit, and he tagged Xavier.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was a good play, man. It was a good heads up play, man. I thought, like, man, he got to it quick, and I mean, it was close. Whether you think he was out or safe, it was super close.
Yeah, when you make it that close, it's tough for the umpires.
Yeah,
I mean, they're not right there, and they're not right on the bag typically.
No, and it's tough. I mean, it's just too damn close, and it's like, we had 15, 20, 18 lead or something.
Who cares?
Who cares, right? Like, the runner cares, because
the team isn't hurting, but you might be hurting personally.
Yeah, personally, you get pissed. Yeah. Let's see. I see. He goes. Let's see. Joey says, I've seen a play in the championship game where the hitter hits a single to right field, and the pitcher converts to first base while the hitter rounds the bag, and right fielder hoses him.
Covertly.
See, I should have had you read that. Covertly covers first. But what happened to the first baseman, though? Why wouldn't the first baseman be covering it?
What?
Why wouldn't the first baseman be covering it?
On a hit to right field?
Yeah. Why wouldn't a first baseman be by first base?
Because it's a clean hit and there's no play at first.
Yeah, but for the first baseman to go to first, I mean, for the pitcher to go to first. Is that what he said?
No. He's saying where a hitter hits a single to right? Mm-hmm. The pitcher. Okay. I misread that too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, that's a long walk to get over there, where you're basically in the same view behind the I mean, unless it pulls him, I guess, right? Like it's well,
no, he's going there to try to get him on that when you hit a single, right? You're rounding, you take that round, right?
Hard, right?
Yeah. That's what he's saying. So if first is off, it's like, okay, the runner sees the first baseman, he's off, and here come the pitcher, right? He's going to sneak in there. And then if it's right field, it's right in front of him, right? You, the batter, you're looking at the ball.
Yeah.
Right? You don't know what's... And if you see first base in front of you, you don't think there's anyone behind you.
Right, and you kind of lollygag.
That's what he's saying, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever had have you ever creeped up from center field to catch a guy at second base?
Say that again? So
you're playing center field.
Yeah.
And creep up into
no, but I've thought about it many times. It's like, man, I could just easily get him. I've seen that attempt before. Yeah. Actually, I saw that attempt at we played a tournament in Austin with Dean.
And somebody tried to do that?
Yeah, you were there.
I don't remember. I could say it's been. I've seen people try to do it to me, and I've seen people try to do it to other people. Mostly I've seen it in Mexican fields, like Mexican leagues. They'll do that.
Well, this was that game that. It rained really hard, right? Like, there's no way we're playing. And sure enough, the sun came out, and it was a turf field, and we played.
Oh, okay.
You remember that? It was the one in Austin, yeah.
A turf field. And it was sunk in?
Yeah, maybe so.
Okay, I think I remember that.
Anyway, we played, right? And the center fielder, it was a guy, he was out there diving when he didn't have to be. It's like he wouldn't run for the ball, even though he could have trotted to it. He would wait at the last minute and then dive at the last second just to be flashy.
Oh, wow.
Like, he was so ridiculous. That was the same guy that tried to come in a pickoff from center field.
Did it work?
No, it didn't work.
It's worked sometimes because you don't expect it. Some people. Yeah. What's up, Daniel? It works on some people, but it's a move that sometimes works. Well, it's like the hidden ball trick. Like, I think I've seen it a lot this season, last season.
It's working a lot.
It's working a lot. Unfortunately, it is working a lot. I mean, shit, when I get on base, I'm like, hey, like you know, if I see the guy, my first indication is if I see the guy on the mound, all right, I'm good. You
Yeah.
know, like you know, obviously he's supposed to have the ball because he's on the mound. But if he's not on the mound, I'm staying on. You know.
You easily catch somebody sleeping.
Yeah, that's for sure. But you know,
Yeah, we kind of deviated. I know you wanted to hit on something, so
well, I think it's a good topic, right? I think it's a topic. A lot of people responded, and the reason I thought about it because Johnny just threw out there. He says, "I love Veterano League umpires," and obviously it's a reference to some stuff that happened Saturday. But the question, the question that I kind of posted on social media, which a lot of people responded to, was you know, does the it's concerning a pop fly. Let me see me pull it up so I can word it exactly what I said on there. Okay, here we go. A fly ball tag up situation. If the fielder bobbles the ball but catches it before it hits the ground, at what point can the runner safely leave the base? Right? And probably 90% of everybody said as soon as it touches the glove, right? I couldn't find the MLB rule. I tried to do tag up and everything like that. I found articles, but I really wanted to find in the MLB rule book, right? It's got to be in there. And so I didn't want to just grab a link from some fucking blogger that just fucking made an opinion.
well, I'm sure it's happened, and I'm sure, like you said, there is a rule.
There's a rule. It's got to be a rule about it. And
Not
so,
a common one, but
yeah, exactly. It's not a common one, right? But like I said, like 90% of people said, "Hey, when it touches the glove," and then a few other people said, "Hey, when it catches it," which I can understand the catching part. You would think, "Hey, you have to have control of it, you know, before you can take off." So, but what do you wish your opinion, Cody?
to me, it just seems like you have to catch it, right? Like
Yeah.
it has to be an out before you can take off,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's kind of foolish to try and bobble it on purpose to get the guy to run early, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna work every time.
Yeah. Like you're fucking playing volleyball, right?
Yeah. But I don't. To me, it seems like you have to secure the out, right? Otherwise, if the out hasn't been recorded and you left early, and then the out is recorded, then essentially you did leave early, regardless if he bobbled it or not, right?
That was my initial thought, right? Like in the field.
That just makes sense to me. Now, I don't know the rule, but
Yeah. So, Bo, you know.
so that's what happened. You tell me what happened.
So
that's exactly.
So what ended up happening was that we had a man on third, and they hit it to deep right, and the guy hits his glove, it pops out, and then like he turns around and he catches it, right? Now, the runner says, "Hey, I took off when he caught it," but honestly, it looked like he took off as soon as it, because you think he caught it, like it's like boom, it comes in,
Yeah.
and then he took off, and then it popped out, and then he caught it. So they appealed it. Umpire says you're out. They can, we asked for an appeal, like, hey man, what do you think happened? And the umpire, the ruling on the field was, hey, you have to have control of the ball. Like once you catch it, then it's an out. Then you can take off.
Yeah.
Right. You can't take off before then. So they called him out, and it was a very close game, and that cost us. That cost us I'm not gonna say it cost us a run.
Yeah.
Because the guy, I mean, we scored, and they called him out.
That's one of those things where it works out in the guy's favor who made a mistake, right? He's not trying to bobble that. And here's the thing. I'm going to say 98% of the times, if you catch it and it pops out of your glove, it's going to hit the ground.
Yes, exactly.
2%, it might go up and you might catch it again.
Exactly.
Or you're crashing with the another fielder and it pops off of his glove and the other guy catches it. Because I've been a part of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. On the other way, yeah.
Yeah. But just sitting under a fly ball, if it pops out of your glove, I don't know how it didn't go to the ground.
Yeah, it was funny because I guess he must have hit him in his palm enough to pop up, and he like turned around and he caught it.
Is that a brand new glove? I mean, how the hell does it pop?
I think it was an
in the
Icona.
air?
If I had to guess, I think it was an Icona.
It must not be a broken-in Icona.
But and that really hurt us because that was another run, and then we ended up losing. I think by a run. It was like a 5-4 game or something like that. I don't remember the score, but it was our second game, semi playoff game, and we had that call. And then let me ask you this one. There's another one that came up. If you believe somebody left early, how do you appeal?
Well, the play has to be over, right?
Okay.
You got to let everything happen. Call time, and I would imagine you would say, "Hey, we're going to appeal this," and then you throw to third.
So you got to tell them first, call time, and then throw it back.
That's the way I would approach it.
Well,
I've never been in that situation, so I don't know what the protocol is.
And generally that's what you see. The pitcher get on the mound, the call upon play, and they say, "Hey, we're going to appeal," and then he'll call time, and then of course the pitcher has to make sure that they step off, and then they throw.
Yes.
And they call, right?
There is a procedure, and you don't want to mess it up.
Well, so let's see what the mess up was, right? And it cost us, this one did cost us a run because it gave them a run. There's the guy at third.
Yeah.
So we believe that the guy left early.
Different play than the bobble.
Different play than the bobble. Now we're playing defense.
All right.
And now we're playing defense. The guy catches the guy. So we're like, hey, the pitcher. I don't remember seeing it, but the pitcher gets turned to the umpire, right, and says, "Hey, I'm going to appeal it." Now the umpire makes a gesture, right? Now, because I asked, I said, "Well, how do you know that the umpire heard you?" Well, he said he went like this. Well, yeah, but doesn't mean he understood what you said, right? Because what ended up happening was he stepped off, called time or whatever. I think he stepped off. He had to have not called time because they called it. Because if they would have called time, it can't be a balk, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because the ball's not playing more, right? So he steps off, throws it to me at second. I tag it, then I take the base, and then right away the other team goes, "Hey, that's a balk, because there's nobody on second, right? There's a runner on third, and they converge, and they say, "Hey, man, we told you that we're gonna call for an appeal," and he's like, "No, you never said nothing to me." Yes, and they call a balk, and he goes home. So it was
not y'all's day of baseball.
It was not, man. But we won the first game.
Yeah.
We won the first game. We just did not win the second game, which puts us in a bind puts me in a bind and a few other guys for next week. So
this has a lasting effect on the baseball community. That's what you're telling me.
Oh, it does.
So we all have to deal with this.
Yes, that's a good point. It's like herpes; it just spread with everybody.
Whoa.
Whoa. Took it to a different level, right?
It's a family show.
Yeah, right. But it's we have to live with those type of mistakes, and it's unfortunate, right? It's unfortunate, and
the only thing that comes out of that is a story, right? So hey, listen to me. Listen to what happened in this game, right?
Yeah.
The more you play this game, the more stories you're gonna have, the more situations you're gonna run to that you wouldn't think you would ever see.
In hindsight, not just saying this.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I wish I would have recorded this game because there's another story that came out of this, and you check this one out. This is all the same game. Okay.
See, I don't know about like the MLB, right? This is not gonna happen in MLB, right? A guy's probably not gonna bobble it, right?
Yeah.
And these guys have been managing for years, and they know exactly what they're about to do.
Yes.
So that's what makes it funny, trying to play with the umpires.
And we all, how many times do you see a guy take off when he's supposed to tag up?
Yeah.
How many times do you see a guy doesn't need to run to third base and he runs into the tag, right? Like, we all make mistakes. As players, umpires make mistakes, right? He says Jimmy got to intentionally walk for no reason. I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. All of a sudden, nobody, Jimmy doesn't get walked for any reasons. I don't know what that is, man. See?
Are we getting infiltrated?
That's what it looks like, man. That's kind of weird. I don't know what they're saying right there. you know the
Is that Russia?
oh man, Russia's coming in here. Got I don't know what that is, man. But I'm gonna just do this number right here. So no.
That's yes. That's very perceptive.
Yeah, what the heck's going here, man? Spam alert.
For sure.
But so here's what happened. So the pitcher's up there, and he keeps doing this. Touches his leg and then throws.
Like, kind of like that.
Exactly like
Like
this.
he just dropped some X or something.
He's just doing this, whatever this means, right? So they get a hint that, hey, maybe there's a substance on his shirt, right? Now this guy's not throwing heat, all right? This guy's not throwing heat, but maybe he's putting a little bit more spin on it.
Well,
right?
you don't need substance for heat.
But you know, maybe because for the spin rate, right?
Spin, yeah.
Spin, right?
You needed to spin it.
And so so what he does is when they call time, they say, hey, can we inspect it? And I mean here's the problem. I was on my dad calls me at the wrong fucking time, talking to my dad, and I'm thinking I'm watching this. I'm like, dude, I should be recording this. Like I didn't have my GoPro, but I should have been recording my phone because this is like pretty interesting. And they go to his shirt and they're touching it. They open it and they're touching. The umpires are doing this, right? They're going on the inside. They're really trying to find something. Then
Because they don't want to look foolish at this point.
and I mean they look foolish because they.
Before you search the worst
Yeah,
escape.
exactly, dude. So it went from touching the outside of his shirt to the inside of his shirt to smell your hands because does it smell like a substance, to take off your shirt and then again you smell it, and then just like they're like looking at it and it's like so, and then it just
Go ahead and pull your pants down.
dude, and they didn't find anything. So the guy, I don't know if what's up, Kyle? What's up, Pete? And I don't know. And Pete was there too. Pete Jimenez. He was trying to play devil's advocate. He was cheering on those guys and he was cheering on us. I see the game he was playing, but he so we're watching this, and I'm on the phone with my dad. I'm watching this. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And I don't think they found anything because I think they would have ejected him.
Yeah.
Right, if they would have found substance. But the guy went ahead and played with no jersey on. I mean, you know, he just had a shirt underneath, obviously. He's not out there with, like, no shirt on. That would have been funny right there. You know, can you imagine a pitcher pitch out there with no shirt on?
Wow.
But, yeah, he took his jersey off, and so...
well, I mean, at that point, why take it off? It's just been thoroughly inspected. Why not put it back on?
I don't know, man. And you know...
He was that the game you guys lost?
I think it was...
He's probably like, look, I don't need this jersey to beat y'all, right?
No, it was the second game.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the second game, and the guy was a slow pitcher and he was effective, man. Like I can't remember if I got really good solid contact off the guy, and the guy was being effective. He was having us pop up, you know, great weak hits, and you know, held us pretty good. I mean, some guys were getting some good shots, you know, but
Yeah.
you know, it's again the slow little rainbow pitching and stuff, and it was a great game, like Pete said, man. It was an awesome, like I mean, we were fighting. And here's the thing. For three of us, me, Pedro, and Pedro, that was our third game of the day. So we were I mean, honestly, we were keeping up. It's not, you couldn't tell that we were like any slower than anybody else. We were just, I mean, we're still playing. I mean, I was still in the game, man. I mean, I was just like, dude, I want to beat. We want to win because we want to finish that out, doubleheader.
Yeah.
Not have to face them, but now we put ourselves in a predicament, and like you said, now you guys we all have to suffer now because we got to play this game, and it's not gonna be good.
You know, it's commitments you got to make. You got to weigh your options. One's playoffs, one's not.
But one's gonna, you know, the other one's gonna be a great game, right?
Yeah.
And yeah,
two good teams going at it.
yeah, like yeah. I see. What's up, Isaiah? So you know, yeah. I mean, it was a great game, and here's
Isaiah's gonna want you there.
I want to be there because I want to face Isaiah. Dude, so, that's what I was telling Pete. I'm like, dude, I was like, Pedro. I was like, dude, but Isaiah's gonna be. I want to face him because me and him were teammates, you know. And I have not face them, and I see the way he dices some of these dudes up, and I want to see what's up. It's like this weekend when we were of Monday yesterday, we were facing Tim, right?
Yeah.
Like that was a good little matchup, especially between him and Kevin, right? The old teammates, and so. When I'm up there, I'm just like, I'm waiting for him to make a mistake, and he's played with us enough long to know our habits and what we can or cannot hit. And then I got Jesse Hotshot going, hey man, if you hit a home run, I'll give you $100. so the catcher's not giving me shit, right?
No.
And so it's like in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit it hard. I'm gonna try to hit it as hard as I can, but I don't want to swing out of my shoes either,
Yeah, because you could strike out that way, believe me.
Yeah, right. Like he said, now you owe me $100.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that game versus the Padres doesn't count as a real game, to be honest. You know what? I've had those games, Pete, where we're like, yeah, I'm good if we don't count this one.
You really love or hate those 10 a.m. games.
Yeah, right.
And we usually hate them because we never play well.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, or we're injured, and sometimes the weather is not great.
No, because we're everybody's guinea pig.
Yeah. But I mean, the weather was good, but that's just something about because it was still dew, right? The grass was still wet. Just something about walking on a field and the grass is wet.
And the other thing is, we're the first ones to step on it, so we got a perfect field,
Yeah.
right? If you play the fifth, the third game or something like that, nobody really rakes the motherfuckers. So it's the same divots from like 2-3 games ago, So, what does it say here? Errors they made us play big time. Ormondo doesn't show up. But it was like you said. Sometimes the morning games, especially. I mean, it was going our way, so it was a great game. Our pitcher was dealing.
Sometimes you just have your bats, right?
Yeah, and the bats were just going, man. I mean, we were hitting and shit. I had that little flip play, man. They finally, I charged the ball. I mean, I did it in front of fucking what's his name? Goddamn. Why did you space on his fucking name? Raul. Raul's always giving me shit about not charging the ball. I fucking charged the ball, and
you made it flashy.
I made it flashy, man. And then
that's MLB style. It's a good play.
And then I walked away into the dugout. I honestly didn't even know if that was 3 outs. I just kept on running. Like if it's not 3 outs, they'll call me back.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it just wasn't a game that was indicative of the Padres for sure.
I don't remember. They got one run I think in the first inning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they were started hitting they were hitting the ball.
Yeah.
Like okay, this is gonna be one of those games.
It is, and it just didn't work out that way.
Kind of what happened with us last night. we were hitting the ball. We scored some runs in the first inning, but that was it after that.
Hey, Rose said you made me proud. Yeah, man. I was like, that's for I gotta give him a spin move too. I haven't had the opportunity to give him a spin move, but I mean, it's one of those games where we know each other. I mean, look, like I've never really faced Chris Guevara, right? And then Jimmy's back there, right? So Jimmy's catching, so Jimmy kind of knows what our tendencies are, and they're pitching me outside, and then fastball inside, and it's like boom, froze me.
Yeah.
And it was a great setup, so I can't be mad at that. I mean, it was definitely, to me, when you play against somebody who knows your strengths and weaknesses like that, like a catcher that knows that shit, it kind of, to me, gives you a taste of the MLB, because the MLB is stats, right? They got your whole like,
oh yeah,
like they know what you can or cannot do, what pitches you're weak on. I mean, there's like fucking statistics. So to me, that's like a little taste. Like, dude, I'm getting challenged up here as a hitter. Sometimes I win those challenges, sometimes I lose those challenges. But imagine like always being challenged, because they know, especially if you're a hitter that's hot, they're gonna know like, hey, like this, you can't hit this. If you hit this spot right here, he can't hit it, or there's nothing you can do with it. Like it'll be a grounder or whatever.
Right.
So it just gives you that little bit of taste, and it just makes you a little bit more motivated to be smart about it, man. It's definitely a mental game.
Well, and that's why mistakes are huge, right? Because if you do miss your spot, and you gotta be looking for that.
Yeah.
Right. And you gotta be on if you're the pitcher, right? Okay, we need to throw outside. I need to make sure that pitch gets there.
Yeah.
I leave it over the middle of the plate.
No,
probably won't see it.
No, and some pitchers know when they let it go, will go fuck. Like whether they say it like to themselves. Like I think it was a pitcher, I don't know who it was this weekend, that like As soon as they go, no, because they knew it was like going the wrong fucking spot. Like it's just like this dude's gonna crush it.
Yeah.
And as a hitter, you're trying to make them pay for their mistakes. Like, you know, and sometimes that's why some batters get excited. Like not excited, but they'll foul one off. Like, man, I missed it. Because like you missed it. Like,
and that was probably it. You probably won't see that again.
You probably won't see that again. Exactly, man. So it was you know, it's like you know, Isaiah says, location and balance is the key. You know, because you miss that spot. I mean, some batters will make you pay for it, you know. I think Coulter this weekend, he hit home run off a 3-0 count. Now, Coulter is one that like he's gonna make you pay for that mistake, and he's one that could swing out 3-0 and probably nobody would say anything. Even if he grounded out, probably nobody would say anything because there's a really good chance he's gonna make something happen, and he did. He's
gonna hit it hard, yeah.
He's gonna hit it hard, hit the shit out of that ball, and get himself a home run. So, you know, I played so many games this weekend that I actually was starting to get better about taking pitches. Like I actually walked a lot this weekend because I got to get better about being a better leadoff and just getting on base and not worrying about getting hit. So, which is hard for me, right? But we all got to make changes, right?
Well, this game is always evolving, right? Or you are always evolving to this game. So be a leadoff and get on.
I hate that pressure, man. By the way, you know,
don't pop it up. Don't ground out.
Yeah, no, you can't, man. What's up, Todd? Yeah, okay, Jonathan. Yeah, dude, it's one of those things, man, where you know, like you said, you gotta evolve with the game, and you gotta, and what's funny is like we're
gangsters.
You see it. I see more and more posts now where they'll say, "Hey, teammates today, opponents tomorrow," or vice versa, right? And so sometimes you gotta be careful what you say in the dugout, right? Like if you're like, "Hey, man, I can't hit a slider for shit." Well, guess what? When he's your fucking opponent, hey, pitch him a slider.
Well, there is such a thing as revealing too much, right?
Yeah.
You are incriminating yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've been probably guilty of that. You know, I've kind of put myself in a situation where I'm like, damn, you know, I think I am opening my mouth too much here. These guys know my weakness, but sometimes you can improve on your weaknesses, right? You're supposed to, like,
makes you a better hitter.
We'll get into the game, more detail of the game, but the Rangers were down and they hit a go-ahead grand slam, and when I was posting the home run, I slowed the video down, and on the video that I posted, I paused it for a reason, because I wanted to show that pitcher made his pitch. He pitched outside, and this dude pulled it. And it wasn't like a pop. I mean, this dude shot.
I know. I saw it.
It was a shot, man. So, and I was like, man, you know, he didn't go with the pitch. He just said, fuck it. I'm not going to send it that way. I'm going to send it this way. And it was a shot, man. And here's the thing. It's got to be frustrating for a pitcher, right? Hey, I made my pitch outside. I thought he was going to miss or whatever. I thought he was going to get him to roll over on it or whatever, or foul it off. But, man, he yanks it, man. And it was a go-ahead grand slam.
Yep. I mean, sometimes you can't do anything about the barrel, right?
No, yeah. I mean,
it's going to get to the ball. It's going to get there.
Yeah, man. And he squared it up.
And if he's on the plate, it don't matter if you throw him outside, right?
Yeah.
So, maybe, if you're looking for it, you know, you're in the right spot, you can get the arms extended.
And that's what made me notice. I was like, hey, he got his hands extended. So I'm like, oh, that's got to be outside. So,
yeah, I'm sure Jimmy knows all about that.
I mean, Jimmy was struggling at the plate today. You know, but the funny thing is, you know, so Jimmy followed us the second game because, you know, we're teammates on the Veteranos League. And we knew he was mad, so we're like, hey, fool, just come over here, take out your anger on these guys. Forget about what happened with the Pirates game. Just come over here and take out your frustration. Which was funny because I was also playing against a teammate too. Ulysses, he's the one that came in like the fourth pitcher, whatever, the last pitcher. And he kind of shut us out. I mean, you know, we already had enough runs, but he shut us out. Like, I think we all grounded out or whatever. Well, he struck me out. And I told him, I was like, hey, man, I said, I'm going to see you at the next, because he was going to pitch the next game. I said, hey, I owe you a single. And I was hitting the shit out of the ball, but I was hitting it to the outfield like everybody was catching it. And that game I got to bat 5 times. So I didn't want. So my all 3 times lined out or whatever, popped out, whatever. Not popped out, but like flied out or whatever. My 4th at bat, I get a grounder. So I'm like, I got a single, so I gave him what I owed him, right? But I wasn't really too thrilled about it because it was down the line. I'm like, whatever. But my 5th one, oh yeah, man, I hit a fucking shot in the gap, a double, which I haven't had extra base hit or whatever.
That's right.
In a long time, and but it was a shot, and that was.
And you forget about him, huh?
It does. Like, what do you call these things? But what was cool is that was the run that kept us ahead, and we ended up winning that game by 1 run, so it worked out good. Well, of course, but here's the thing. You don't have that run if your guys don't get on base.
Yeah.
And you know, Pedro Rivera, dude, that dude can get on base, you know, and he got on base, and Johnny got on base, and I was able to score in Pedro, and that was the run that we needed to secure us. So it was a good gap shot. So, but it felt good. I'm like, motherfucker, you shook me. You made me look stupid. Like, you know, that ain't gonna happen again. So, but you.
Well, you got 5 chances, right?
No shit.
See, that's just it. You need 5 chances to finally do something, and that's baseball for you.
Dude, that's what's funny. I was
so
like,
when you get 2 at bats, it's tough, right? To make up for anything.
That's what made me laugh at the end of the game. I was like, dude, I could say whatever the fuck I want about that shot, but I'm like, it took me 5 times to get that fucking shot, you know. What's up, Jordan? Joe, what's up, Joe? You know, it's just that much fun, man. That base hit, that ground out, that whatever against a teammate, a friend that you know, man. It makes it that much more fun. So I think baseball, over the last few seasons, has been very exciting for Houston, man, because you're just playing against. I mean, like what on the Aztecas on Sunday, right? You had some guys that were played on what team? The Braves, right? The Braves were on.
Oh, on the Lumberjack team?
No, on the Aztecas team. There was a Brave, wasn't there on the team? No, what was it?
No.
Oh, Twins? Was it a Twin? Otto.
Oh, Otto. Yeah, Twins. Yeah,
Twins. Yeah. You know, what's up, David? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's again, you on a different day. Hey, you know, your teammates, and then you go against each other. So.
Yeah, it's funny because when we played the Twins, I'm like, okay, I know he in the outfield. I'm like, all right, I know where he's gonna put it. So let me try and shift a little bit. Right?
Yeah, dude. And that's what it comes down to, right? You play each other, and you're like, all right, I know where you normally hit.
Yeah.
So that's what makes baseball, you know, super super interesting. And you know, we got Mr. Janethy Bennett here. We got Ben in the house. Somebody said he hit a home run this weekend, but I don't know because
it's on there. I saw. I see the stats.
So, I'm gonna say this, Bennett. Cody says he confirmed a 3rd home run, but I didn't get anything from fucking Cameron to tell me that he hit a home run. So, you know, I didn't get to post your home run. So
I'm going off the website. So.
Which is probably true. They said. I mean, they said you can't get nothing past him. So I mean, he's just seeing the ball, which is good, man. I mean, he's having that kind of season. So yeah, he has 3 in 3 games. So that's badass, you know.
That's a nice little streak.
Heck yeah, man. So at some point, Bennett, send me the timestamp or send me the video, man, of your home run, and I'll post it up. But I think I just need his and that I know about. I know his, and I'm missing. I gotta put up. What's his name? Coulter's. Coulter's was the other one I need to put up. But I mean, congratulations to him, man. I mean, 3 in 3 games, man. So it's like.
And was he pitching?
Bennett doesn't pitch, I don't think.
I thought you meant. You said Coulter went 4 for 4.
Oh.
So I'm thinking, I don't know if he was pitching and doing that.
You know what? He did not pitch that game. Yeah. Bennett goes cancel on that bullshit. So no, he didn't pitch that game, man. And what's funny is that he was pressuring all of us. Hey, man, you better keep the inning going. I want to get my 5th at bat. I want to go 5 for 5. It's like no pressure there. I don't remember if he was in the hole or he got to the on deck circle, but.
Well, you definitely don't want to be that guy in front of him that makes that 3rd out.
No, you don't, man. And I don't even know. I mean, we ended up winning that game, you know, against Aces, which was a great game at the beginning. And then just the wheels kind of fell off, and we did our thing, you know. But you know, but that's baseball, man. I mean, you know what I mean. But sometimes you're hot and sometimes you're not. What's up, Rhino? Hey, Rhino, you didn't chime in into my question on the story, man. I was waiting for you or um, you, your brother, to chime in, man, and tell me about the when they could tag up, whether it's after the full catch or the touch of the glove, man. But I guess we all kind of got on the same page.
I think he's going to say when he makes it out.
You think Rhino's gonna say that?
I think so. We'll see. But maybe he didn't want to go there.
He just probably did just to mess everybody up. But I guess man, there was a lot going on this weekend so I think I got all my stories out because it was all interesting shit that weird. Like you said, there's always something different in the game, man.
It seems like it. Just we think we don't have anything to talk about. There's always something that happens.
Yeah. Was there anything that stuck us that kind of was weird? No.
Just two 5-0 teams going at it.
Yeah. Which I was hoping for a better game. I'm sure the Lumberjacks were too, man. I mean that the pitcher at the that started off. I mean, I assume he was their ace or close to their ace, and he just couldn't find his location. I mean, he had good speed and he had some good movement on the ball, just couldn't find the strike zone. So
walks will kill you.
Oh yeah, for sure. You take your defense out when you do that, man. Yeah. It's no fun.
And I would have chats with the guys while we're just standing on base, like, come on, throw strikes, right? I mean, you're just sitting there. What do you call it? Just lulling themselves, and and you're not ready for the next pitch because you just assume it's going to be a ball. Yeah, you can't win. You got to throw strikes.
Yeah.
Even if it's just BP, right, and they're hitting it, at least something's going to happen. Somebody's going to get a ground ball, and all they got to do is step on a base, right, at some point.
Well, and that's what, like,
or a pop-up.
Right, and that's what happened, like in that Padres game, right? Like, I had bases loaded, and I hit a jam, whether I jammed myself or it was a jam shot, and I hit it, which should have been ended the inning, and the middle infield couldn't close the game out. I mean, they bobbled the ball. I got the first. I don't know if you were on third or whatever. Somebody scored, and it's like that should have ended the inning, but it didn't.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes when you think that you're gonna end it with something easy like that, and it just
doesn't happen.
Yeah. So I guess we get into scores, man.
Yeah, let's jump into it. So Saturday, we're halfway through the season.
Are we really?
We're at that point, and we do have that makeup. I think we played 6 games, and we have 7 more. But we do have that makeup that makeup game that everyone was had to postpone because I think it's just shitty weather all week.
I'm glad we postponed it because I didn't start off hot.
yeah. And that was that guinea pig. That was an early morning game. Early morning, 10 a.m.
Yeah.
But anyway, so 10 a.m. game. We already talked about this. Pirates over the Padres, 13-1. We did have a homer, Mario Morales.
Yeah, Mario hit an ass shot. Lefty.
Yeah, it was a good swing. Carlos made a great play on a plastic sack. I don't know if you saw.
Carlos made a what?
A great play on a plastic sack. That one that was blowing in from left field.
Yeah, I saw him. You saw he got his knees down.
Yeah, he got it.
He got it, man.
It's a good play.
It's a good play.
Hellcats beat the Twins 15-10. Boy, Twins are struggling. I mean, they're scoring some runs, but it just seems like it's never enough.
Yeah.
No home runs there. The Aviators and the Redbirds. Good game. Close game. 6-4 Redbirds. Did you hear anything on that game?
Wait, 6-4 Redbirds. Who would they play?
They play the Aviators.
No, I didn't hear anything. But again, the Aviators is, I mean, 6-4 against the Redbirds. It's a
Tim pitched a couple innings.
Yeah.
There's Stewart again with 1, 2, 3, 4 pitchers. Well, it's working.
Yeah. I mean, it's sometimes you gotta do that, man. I know we were looking for some pitching on Sunday, but it worked out pretty good. Our pitchers did our thing, but also we had some good offense too.
So I'm assuming the Ironbirds won because there's no update. They played the Shooters.
That's messed up, man.
Yeah. I don't think the manager was there to do the stats. So
I think it's messed up that you make that assumption.
Oh. All right. Well, on paper, right? And we'll get to this last game because when you look at the records, you look at the teams, I think it's a safe bet.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. This was if this
I mean,
was Vegas. If this was Vegas. That's what I bet on.
There's the odds, right? That's just the way it is.
Yeah. Tim says I showed up at the end. My game got delayed, but he said he had a coach.
Oh, so he came in and closed it out.
Closed it out, man. He just came in to close and he just walked right back out. I don't think he turned his car off. I think he just left it on. Maybe he just left his shoes on and just did his thing and came back out like I'm out.
So Isaiah pitched. What was the score? We didn't have a score.
Oh, yes, who?
The Ironbirds and the Shooters. So maybe he can tell us the score.
Dang. Ironbirds. So that means that Hunter didn't upload the score or what?
I don't think he was there.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what I heard. I guess,
He said, well,
if you do an I score, it's not easy to do. So if someone's not familiar with it and you ask him to do it, it's not going to get done properly.
You know who has it down? I mean, that I've seen down really well is Bo and Hunter. They both do it on the because when you do
13-1. That sounds about right. I think they got the spread there.
The app functions different on a phone than it does on an iPad, which most people have. And between Bo and Hunter, man, they do a really good job.
Let us know if there's any home runs in that game.
Yeah.
The Colt 45, boy, they're playing some good ball. They beat the Marlins 10-3.
Yeah, they said it just. I think my understanding it fell apart kind of at the end. I don't know if you look at the box score.
Yeah, in the 6th inning they scored 6 runs. So.
Wow, it just kind of fell apart, though.
I mean, they each had 9 hits. So I mean, they were hanging with them.
Yeah.
We talked about Bennett. He went yard that game. But I mean, it looks like it was close up until that last inning.
Yeah. And that's why sometimes like you said, you have to look at the box score to understand the game, because sometimes you look at the end result and you think, okay, that was a blowout, or you think, oh man, that was a close game. But really, like, they could have been being blown out the whole game, and in the last inning, the wheels fell off and they came back, So
the Cyclones beat the Avengers 9-8.
Cyclones beat the Avengers, really? 9-8? That's a close game.
Yeah.
That's a close game.
Especially the Avengers, they've been kind of slacking off a little bit.
Yeah, they're not the same ones from last season.
No, but I mean, it's not easy to go head-to-head with the Cyclones. They only out-hit them by 1. 13 hits for the Cyclones, 12 for the Avengers.
Oh, wow. So
I think we had a home run by the Cyclones. Yeah, Tony Ramirez, he went yard.
Oh, yeah, I got that one.
Yeah.
Did we already talk about the 45? Yeah, we did call it 45, right?
Yeah.
Because Kyle says he had 5 RBI, so damn. How many the 45 score?
They racked up 10.
Oh, so he got half the runs, man, right there. That's it. Give the man a raise.
5 ribbies.
Yeah.
The last game, the Rangers and Braves, so this is an interesting game.
Yeah.
I was near mall. I was coming home from something, and I looked at I was like, well, who's playing? It was around 7, and I talked about this. So you look on paper, it's like, okay, you got a team that hasn't won a game, right? But they have decent players, and then you have the Rangers who are like 5-1.
Yeah, they're dominating right now.
It's like, well, I don't know if this is going to be a good game, but I'll go anyway. And it was a really good game. The Braves, they had it won. 3 outs, game over, right? But the last inning, they had some pretty big errors, and then the Rangers just had that go ahead grand slam, and then they tacked on more.
Did those runners earn their way on, or was it like errors, or was it walks?
There was an error to second. I think Todd's in here. He can probably give us the rundown. But there was a pop up to second that was dropped, and that should have been 2 outs, right? Or at least 1. I don't remember. But that changes the way you pitch, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now we got a guy on, so I'm going to pitch from the stretch.
Literally,
right?
There's a different way you pitch, right?
Yeah,
Literally,
yeah.
Right?
And then if you're more comfortable in the windup, well, now all of a sudden you can't do that.
Yeah.
There was a throw to first and it went into the ground, and I think there was an instruction call and sent the guy to second.
Wow.
Yeah, so there was some pretty critical errors, right? But they had it. I mean, they had it won.
3 outs.
Three
man.
outs away. But what's interesting is, so you look at the score, you're like, well, how is it that close, right? The Rangers are good hitters, right? They have great pitching too.
Yeah.
There was they had 15 strikeouts.
Who had 15
The Braves struck out 15 times.
Oh, wow.
And you're thinking, well, how do you win a game with that many strikeouts, right?
Yeah, no shit.
Or how do you even keep it close?
Yeah.
Well, it's because they also had 12 walks. So if you weren't striking out, you were walking. Like the Braves only had 3 hits.
So, you know, when I see that, what it makes me think is, and this is what I'm trying to learn a little bit more as, you know, like would you say evolve with the game, is just because it's in the strike zone or really close to the strike zone doesn't mean you have to swing at it, right? Sometimes you just gotta let it play out, and you might get walked, especially in some you know, when you've seen the guys get, you know, walked and walked and walked and walked and walked, you know. So I gotta guarantee you, these guys might have been swinging out of their shoes, you know, and because that's odd to see that many walks and that many strikeouts.
It's crazy. Like you're doing one or the other, but because they had only 3 hits.
What's up, agents in here? So he could probably.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at the game. I watched the whole game.
Yeah, Jimmy Kaiser. Hopefully, I'm saying his name right.
Jimmy
Jim Kaiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit that grand slam, man. I mean, it just.
So they brought in Dalton. He was the first pick. I don't know if you remember him at the draft.
I do.
The catcher,
Yeah.
right? Throws good. Throws
Yeah.
hard. But boy, he just stepped into one, right? When you throw that hard, like you put barrel on it, it's gonna go a long way.
I mean, the ball was outside. I mean, it's like, dude, that should have not went where it went and as fast as it went out.
The Rangers, they're a good fastball hitting team, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as Dalton came in, they were smashing him. Even the rest of the outs were long, hard outs.
And you've heard me say this, Cody, 1,000 times. Like when I see a team that's good hitting, and first thing I go, I don't want to throw a fastball pitcher. I don't want to throw somebody those fastballs or throws fast. I'm looking for a slow, 60-mile-an-hour, whatever, loopy fucking curveball kind of guy that, like, you know, like Isaiah said, knows how to locate that ball, put it where it needs to be. You know, hit the corners. You know, you're not gonna blow by these dudes, especially like I kind of had a quick little chat with that guy Jimmy. Just, you know, hey man, congratulations, cool. You know, go ahead, grand slam and shit. And he said, yeah, man, you know, I got trained by some MLB or guys that do MLB shit or something like that. He said, and it shows. I mean, because I had to watch. You know, one of the things about watching other people's highlights is you kind of go, hey, let me see how you handle that situation and what you did, and just watching that the ball was outside and he yanked it. It's crazy, man. With that much power, and it didn't look like he.
Well, like I said, that ball was coming in hard because he throws hard, right? So you put the barrel there, even if you don't swing hard, it's gonna move.
Yeah.
Right? And if you got a good swing, it's just gonna go that much further.
Yeah, no, for sure, man.
So, but what's interesting is, so they scored 6 runs in the last inning, right? Okay, but the Braves are home, so it's like 6-3. Yeah, so it was 3-1 in that last inning, right? So they scored 6, they got 7. So it was 7-3. They come up, they start to make a comeback. They score 2 runs. Now all of a sudden it's 7-5. But they had one base running mistake. But they were starting to mount a comeback. It's like,
wow.
Okay, they might have a chance here.
Well, how many innings did they go?
It was 7, I believe. Yeah, 7.
It kind of makes you wonder, right? Some people have talked about it. It kind of makes you wonder if it wasn't timed. What do these games look like, right? Because one of the things that like when I was watching the championship game in Oretta, and I'm sitting there talking to Jesse goes just like this. He called it. He goes, man, this game is gonna be won in the 7th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. That's where the game's gonna change. When the Bombers were losing, and sure enough, that's what happened. And so when you end the game, because it's timed at 7, maybe sometimes we've gone 9, right? We've gone 9, we've gone 8, but when you stop at 7, it kind of makes you wonder what would happen if you went, you know, the full 9.
Yeah. So Jimmy, he was right in the head. So he got two guys on. Dalton walks a guy, bases loaded. He's thinking, all right, he has to throw a strike here, and he's hunting the first pitch fastball, and there it is.
Oh, that was the first pitch.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
first pitch fastball.
And see, and this is what I'm saying, right?
Was that Jimmy? Was that outside? Because Mondo's saying that it did look outside on
Yeah,
the camera.
because
So,
you could, usually like this, his hands were extended,
yeah,
and unless he's, and well, he extended his hands unless he's really like sitting, real far away from the plate or whatever. But um, this is what I'm talking about, right? That it has nothing to do with the first pitch. You just have to execute, right? Like he pops up, people are talking shit, right? Like, what the fuck? Take the pitch. Why don't you take a few pitches before we had bases loaded, right? But because he hit the fucking grand slam on what the pitch he wanted, um, nobody's talking about him the first pitch, So it's
and nobody knows what you're thinking, right?
mm,
Like if you're up there, hey, if I see that first pitch fastball, I'm gonna attack it, and he was thinking that. At least that's what he said the entire way. So I mean, he had a strategy, a plan, and he executed, and that's what
yeah,
it's about. Who's going to execute?
exactly. He has to execute. I mean,
Yeah.
he still could have swung at the first pitch. Like, I mean, I fucked up on Saturday. We were down a run, and everybody's telling me, "Hey man," because I'm leading off the inning. "Hey man," it's like top nine, or whatever. "Hey man, be a leadoff, be a leadoff, be a leadoff, be a leadoff," right? You're smiling because right? First pitch, pop it up. God damn it! Why I didn't take it? It wasn't the pitch to do anything with. I thought I could because it's slow enough, and that's what a slow pitch does. Is like you feel like, hey, I can get to it and smash it, and it just doesn't happen, man. If I hit a single off of that, we're not talking about it. But because I popped up, and I could see it, in hindsight, I was really mad at myself that I should have went up there and said, dude, you don't swing until you get the first strike. But
Yeah.
that's why I was saying after those games, I was trying to get better at that. Like, dude, learn how to let go of that 3-0. Let go. Let it go. So
But here's the thing, and I'm sure you think about this because I do. How many first pitch fastballs or whatever first pitches have you swung at and got a really nice base hit because you were up there looking and you saw what you wanted and you hit it, right?
yeah,
That's what you're thinking about, right? You're going up there, hey, I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna
yeah.
do this again.
And the thing is nobody remembers the previous time. Right?
Yeah, but you do.
Yes, I do. Right.
Right, and that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened to me on Sunday.
Yeah.
I went up there. It was funny. I went up there. Yargos was playing, and I'm playing the Aces, right? And I hadn't seen Andrew pitch in a long time. Like Andrew's the manager. I think he said he had vertigo. So for a few seasons I had seen him pitch. So I said, oh shit, he's on the mound. So, I'm sitting there, and I don't really know what my record is against him, but first pitch, single. Nobody's saying anything because it was a nice little blooper single over short, and I get on base and everything's good. But I pop it up or I ground out, people are talking shit. So you're right. You're right.
I took it further. My first pitch of the season, I'm walking. I'm thinking, I'm swinging at the first pitch of the season if it's a strike and it's right there, and I did, and boom, I got my base hit out of the way. Very first pitch of the season. Right, so it's all about strategy and whether or not you.
Well,
you
it's about strategy and execution because.
Well, because you gotta get a plan, right?
Yeah.
If you're just like, oh, I don't know, if it's there, I might swing, and if it's not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you're hawing around in your brain and suddenly it's too late or you don't have form, you pop it up or whatever.
Well, and if you've already seen the picture, you've already seen what he has, and you're like thinking, okay, my best pitch, the best pitch I want to see is this one. This is the one. Sometimes it's
I'd have never seen it.
right, 100%, right, and that's why I feel that I'm always geared up for that pitch. I mean, I've been getting a little bit better where I don't swing, but I am geared up for it, and I think when you have success with it, I mean, the first time I came to Marauders, I think my first 6-7 hits were off the first pitch, boom, 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 and I got everything was nobody said
got
shit.
Used to that.
Yeah, and nobody said shit. Then he started grounding out, and everybody's talking shit,
Yeah.
So it happens. But let me see what Jimmy's saying. Jimmy was saying that he said it was a good game. See the Pelicans tomorrow. Yeah, came to leave to guys. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so Juan said you were in a good pitch. Yeah, I think it was the outer half, maybe off the plate. Just off the plate. See, Jimmy, you missed you could have said just off the plate, Jimmy.
Well, no, we don't swing at those because we don't like those pitches.
I feel like he could still got to it based on that swing, because he was extended, man. I mean, he was definitely extended. My third base coach said he'd be ready for a hard 90. He felt like jogging. So, yeah, I mean, it's he executed, man. He did what he was supposed to. He came through for his team, and and like you said, the Braves came back, but just not enough, man. And it is what it is, man.
But it's impressive when you have multiple chances to win a game against a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they did. I mean, yeah, it sucks to lose, but call it a small victory, whatever you want to do. But yeah, it was a good game for sure. So we jump into Sunday.
Sunday, let's go.
Sunday. Only 3 games.
Yeah, it's a little small. It's a small group over there.
Yard goes over the Bobcats.
What's up, Philip?
16-9, and I'm sure there was a home run.
There was.
There was.
There might have been a friend of the show, a friend of a teammate, maybe.
Yeah, if he's still in here.
Yeah.
Raul got him one. Oh, and the Bobcat got him one too.
Kamir, I think his name is. Kamir, or is that
Samir?
Samir. Yeah.
What's his last name?
It's not last name, Samir. Yeah, I think it's.
No, what is his last name?
Oh, I can't say. I thought that was no. I don't remember what his last name is. I don't.
Khatri, maybe.
Khatri?
Khatri?
Yeah.
Sound
Samir
right?
Khatri. Yeah,
Okay.
I would say that.
Apologies if we butchered that.
But I think it's the second or third home run of the season, because I know I posted a home run by him before. So,
Well, this is the first time mentioning his name, but that's probably because there were no updated stats.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been.
If you can hit one, you can hit another.
Yeah, man. Shoot.
Right?
Yeah, and that dude, I don't remember if it was a grand slam, but man, was it a grand slam? But I know in that game that the Bobcats kept it close, but it kind of fell apart.
The Coastal beat the Naturals 9-6.
Coastal beat the Naturals.
Mm.
Coastal beat the Naturals. Okay.
But we don't know what Coastal team, huh?
Yeah.
And I don't have any information on the game, so that is that.
Wait, hold on.
No, that is that for that game.
Wait, there's 3 games.
Right, for that game, and I'm about to get to the next one.
Okay. Okay, hold on, wait a minute.
That is that because there's no stats.
Okay, that is that. I get you.
You follow me?
I'm following you now.
The last game, Cyclones and Aces, 10-6 Cyclones. Home run, Coulter. We talked about it.
Yes, sir.
It was a 2-run solo. Oh, it must have been a solo. Or 3-run. He's got 3 RBIs. So a 3-run shot.
But he was on fire. I mean, it could. I thought it was a 3-run shot, but I don't remember. For some reason, I think it was a 3-run shot.
So my stats say he went 4 for 5.
Oh, so did you go up there 5 times?
I see a 5th AB. 3
Maybe
runs, 4 hits, 3 RBIs.
Yeah, he might have got his 5th. I don't. I remember him talking about it. I just don't remember if he went up there. What's up, Tim? Hey, Philip and Tim, go look at the Instagram story or Facebook story. Read it and then give me your answer, or your thoughts on it. But yeah, it's good for him, man.
Always good to hit home runs. Aces had 5 errors.
Yeah, it was a little tough, man.
Yeah.
It was a little. Some of those, like, it just.
Because you guys only hit them out hit them by 1.
Yeah, their second pitcher was throwing gas, man, and I think he walked me. I forget how many walks I had in that game, but he threw a nice fastball, man, and I just turned on it and I smoked it to third, and that dude just got in the way and just stopped it. I forgot his name. He plays on the Ironbirds. I can't remember his name, but he stopped it. And it's one of those ones, I mean, I don't know how you feel, but like if I hit a shot, like and like it gets to you so quick that you just like you got it. It's like I'm not gonna run that shit out. Like I'm just gonna jog it out. Like I'm not gonna. Stuart's like, hey, she was like, hey, you okay? I'm like, no, not really. I wish you would have. I wish I would have gone through, man.
No, do I look okay? I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out, man. Like, what do you want me to do?
Never okay.
You know.
Even a bunt. Yeah, I did. Did my job, but I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, you know, I was trying to make a play, but it didn't happen. So, so what's your opinion, Philip?
Well, I'll jump into Hardball 365.
Yeah, let's go
while
365.
He formulates an opinion.
Yeah.
First game is the Aztecas and the Lumberjacks, 2 undefeated teams. Kind of a lopsided game, but
What was the score? I gotta hear it.
I kind of don't want to say it, but it was 23-0.
You motherfuckers hitting touchdowns over there, huh? And hey, how many RBIs did I get? I only got 2, huh? I think so. I think I got 2.
Well, let's take a look. You had at least 2. I'll say that.
Yeah, we're guaranteed 2, right?
Yeah. No, that's not it.
What's up, Juan? What you missed was the playoffs, fool. I was ready to play you guys in the playoffs, man. Aztecas versus Mexico. What we got next season?
2. Yeah. Yeah.
2.
So
Just 2.
Just the
Just
last
2.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not as
Aztecas
impressive as you think.
Well, I think I got walked, I think twice or something. So no, 1 walk, 1 pop out, and I think that base hit. But so they're the only Aztecas on the undefeated team, huh?
Yep. 6-0.
6-0. Man.
But there's some good teams. So yeah, one hit. That's all they had. But you know that because it was right next to you. Lawrence dealing a no-hitter. You don't die for a ball.
Hey, can you get more into detail? Can you get into more detail? First off,
about the hatred of him?
Well, we can talk about that too. We can talk about that too. We can talk about that too.
Was it the score? Like you're not going all out because of the score?
So yeah. So in my defense. For my defense.
If your pitcher's throwing a no-hitter in any infielders, are you diving for a ball that you can probably stop and maybe make a play on? Just a question.
So let's back up, okay? Let's back up.
Oh, I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, but it's missing some info, okay?
That question doesn't pertain to you.
This hypothetical?
Yes.
Go
ahead. Set it up.
So my thing is that yes, he had a no-hitter. But we were up like 15 runs, okay, right? We were up 15 runs, and it was like the 4th inning. Nobody calls that a no-hitter. Nobody in baseball calls that a no-hitter yet, right?
And when you only play 7 innings, you're getting there.
You're true, right? You could say that. And so between my hatred for Cheeto and it being only the 4th inning and we're winning 15-0, I just felt like, okay, hey man, the guy earned that single. Like I'm not gonna go rob it, like whatever. So in hindsight, with only 1 hit, yes, that makes me look like an asshole. Yes, I agree. I took his no hitter away. But I mean,
he's okay with that.
Yeah. Oh, he says we were dropping like flies, injuries at the end. Man, that sucks, dude. I mean, when you can't finish the season, it really does suck. So, they're talking about how you need to throw against a fastball hitting team. David Cotton caught him up because Juan comes in and goes, "Hey man, what I missed?" And of course, I was talking shit. Yeah, you missed the playoff. But David Cotton's like, "Yeah, they're talking about fastball hitting team," which some of those, like I said, some of those guys, man, when they
the Padres are.
Yeah.
Right. Mario comes in, starts going gas. Boom.
Yes.
They're catching up.
Oh, they're hitting them. They're hitting them, man. So.
Some guys can do that.
Yeah.
So that was the first game. Let me go down here. Gladiators won 5-4. The Vaqueros won 7-0. Diablos won 15-10 against the Drillers.
So Diablos played after you guys, right? If I remember when I was leaving, I think I saw Diablo jerseys.
I believe so.
15 to what? 10?
15-10. And the Gamblers beat the Vipers 17-12.
Well, a lot of high-scoring games.
Yeah. No bombs, unfortunately.
I think the Aztecas the only ones with the bomb, huh?
Yeah. No, there was another one I mentioned last week. We don't know if it was inside the. It was at Spring Spirit, so we don't know if it was inside the park or.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of these don't even have stats. So.
Hey, Carlos goes, "Hey, Armando, explain your hate for Cheeto." and here's my thing. It was funny because we were joking about it. I was talking to Cheeto. First thing I told Cheeto, I said, "Cheeto, I'm gonna fucking boot the ball at second just because you're pitching." But because everybody, I think X was giving me a hard time, and so was Cody about not getting that ground ball. And I told Cheeto, motherfucker, it's just like when you play fucking catcher. Like if the ball gets past you, you let the guy get at least one bag, maybe even two sometimes. And so I said, I was just being Cheeto. I was like, what would Cheeto do in this situation? Not hustle. So I didn't hustle. So but maybe I need to reflect on my defense a little bit more, So
I think you were concerned with your next game. You said so yourself at the beginning of the show that you were doing things out of character, which is why you left some bats and right, a couple bats and something else.
Yeah, I mean, because I never leave early, right? I just trying to get a little bit of a jump start to go get something to eat. So that was a little weird, but I'm definitely willing to look at myself and Carlos. First off, Carlos. It was a fourth inning. I think it was third, but he's saying fourth. But fuck it, third or fourth, right? Third, fourth fucking inning, right? And we were up 15-0. Let the guy fucking get a base hit, like fucking it went through,
Yes, Lawrence threw. Well, no, not just Lawrence. It was a combined one hitter.
Oh, that's right, combined. You know what? I don't even feel bad anymore. You know what? I'm glad you said that.
No, here's the thing.
Oh, I know you. Oh, that's right. You did.
You ready? Are you ready?
Yes. Go ahead. I set myself up.
Once Lawrence gave up a hit, he was coming out. That was the game plan.
And I got him out.
So not only did he not get a chance to throw a no-hitter, you got him out of the game.
Well, I think I did my job for that day then. I saved his arm. I saved his tendonitis. So, but
probably so. He's still rehabbing.
Yeah, but no, he wasn't too mad, man. It was all fun, but in all honesty, if
a different setting, you're right.
Yes, if it was later in the game, yes, for sure, I'm trying to do what I can to save my pitcher to get, because those things don't come around. Those are not easy to get.
Yeah.
Those are not easy to get. So,
Justin's got one.
Who?
Justin,
oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So they're not easy to get, man. So I know I broke one up. on when there were the Apaches, and the guy was going into the later innings, and I broke up his no hitter. So, and it was a clean hit. It was no bunt. It was a clean hit. So, what was cool about it? It was just my only hit. That was my only at bat of the game. So it worked out pretty good for me. But
so you batted 1,000? Is that what you tell me?
Yeah, that day. It's those are rarities. So definitely, I would definitely take those serious. But I definitely have to maybe analyze a little bit, how I play my defense, because I know I think there was a couple I missed. I don't think I missed, but I'm definitely one to self-reflect and kind of see, maybe I got to go watch the video, but I felt that I was playing my position correctly, and people just it was right-handed batters going oppo, and I'm shaded towards second, so I'm like, that's a
right. So the glove is on the right hand side. It's on the right side to get the ball.
100%.
It's not like you have to reach across your body.
Backhanded, right? 100%.
You're moving toward the ball. You're moving toward the ball.
And I will reflect on that, and I will self-analyze, and go, you know what? Probably got to be a little more pep in my step. So I definitely recognize that. So
are you gonna post that clip?
Well, because the thing, I didn't even move, so there's nothing bad about it, right? But
did you watch it?
No, I need to go back and watch it, to see, because here's the thing. My thing that always gets me is, if you think I'm out of position, say it before they hit it. Don't say it after they hit it, right? So what I'm saying is like when I'm moving by second.
Can't criticize you before it happens because we don't know what's gonna happen. It's always after. Come on.
I'll play by second, and then the guy hits it. Between I guess me first and second, and it's a righty. It's like, and it was 2 shots that way, and it's like the guy did what he was supposed to do with the pitch. It is what it is.
Say no more. We got it.
We got it right. So Carlos says move on to 30 plus. He said he's ready to go to sleep.
Oh, he's ready? Okay,
he's ready to go Mimis.
Well, then let's take it back to the Thunder because they did play Friday. And they beat the Diablos 14-1. Carlos, I see you finally got your – well, not finally, but you got some stats on here. I know the Diablos don't have any stats, but it looks like – Isaiah threw a complete game Friday. Wait, he pitched Friday and Saturday?
Really? That's fake. I think that's fake news.
That's what I see here, right?
Wow.
Or was this last Friday? I don't even know. Anyway, so the Diablos, they must have taken it out on us.
Yeah, no shit. But what was the score though? The score wasn't that bad. It felt bad.
It wasn't.
But it felt bad. I mean,
when I saw the score, I was like, "Oh, that really wasn't that bad."
Yeah, 100%. I thought we got our asses beat.
Well, we did. We got our asses beat in the first inning, and we never came back from it.
Yeah. So it's play second according to what the catcher calls. We're trying. Yeah. But
So I'll do Monday's game. There was 2 games actually. So the Thunder beat the Armadillos 13-3. See if there's any stats there. And then the Diablos beat us 9-5.
Yeah.
But bro, they just like took us out in the first inning. We just couldn't recover.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not any hitting stats.
So Pete says Sultanes versus JS Texas tomorrow. That's gonna be a good game, man.
Yeah.
Those are two expansion teams, and I've been hearing a lot of hype on those 2 teams. So I think that's gonna be a good game to watch. So Pete, what field are you guys playing on?
And then the Thunder has they're playing at Anderson
Tomorrow. Sultanes or Thunder.
The Sultanes and JS Texas play tomorrow at Anderson. And then the Thunder plays the Pelicans at Mason. Yeah.
Pelicans are doing good. So Zaya said he pitched 7 innings on both Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
Now here's the thing. I will say this: is he doesn't pitch fast. He's a junk ball pitcher, right?
He's gonna hit you right in the back.
No shit. No, he knows that. He knows that.
But he doesn't need you telling him.
No shit. Oh man, but when you don't throw like that, I think you could throw multiple.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to do it a lot, probably,
Right.
But you can do it if you need to.
There's a game on Friday also. The Sultanes and the Panthers at Mason.
Oh fuck! I forgot about the Panthers.
Well, hey, it's 8 teams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
So Carlos Anderson tomorrow. Carlos says, "Hey, what's the story on the Goodfellas and Diablos?" I mean, the first inning, man, we were they were committing errors.
Is he talking about the game, or is he talking about what's behind that?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, what's the deal? You can never tell, Carlos, right?
Yeah.
It's a loaded question.
Well, so we'll cover both. Well, right? There was 6 or 7 Diablos that came to the Goodfellas.
Yes.
But really, as far as I'm concerned, Kevin and Dane were kind of loners,
yes,
right? Until the Toros kind of got back.
That's right.
So that's the way I feel about that. But the game-wise, we scored like 3 runs in the first inning.
Yeah.
But then, boy, that was a long first inning.
Terrible. Kicking
the ball around. The weather was crap. You couldn't throw the ball. It was getting wet. It was ridiculous.
It was like you said, like misty outside.
Yeah.
And then the lights are not that good. So with that combo, I mean, our outfield couldn't find the ball. I mean, we lost the ball in center field.
So, and that was huge, right?
It was
I mean,
huge.
I don't fault Buckaloo because I've lost it in those lights without a low ceiling, right? But,
Yeah.
I mean, there was just so much fog, and the bases were loaded, and the guy just smacks it to center field.
He does smack it.
He has no idea where the ball is.
And what's crazy
Like,
is
he said he never saw it leave the bat. Like, he didn't know if it was a foul ball or if it was in left or right.
Here's what's crazy.
It probably went 20 feet over behind him.
Yeah.
At 3 runs, there's 3 runs right there.
I never point, but after like the first inning, somebody's like, "Hey, I can't see us." Like, I'm gonna do my best to point, and I pointed, but you know, I mean, you can only do so much, man. But see, that's how it was on Saturday when we were playing on Mason 1. The lights and shit were all messed up. I had one hit to me, grounder at second. I didn't see it till like where it touched the grass and the dirt.
The lip, yeah.
Yeah, the lip. That's when I picked it up and I had to dive for it. And I caught it, stopped it, and it was to get the guy out first. But I made that play harder than it should have been because we couldn't see the ball. Like, and there was a lot of us that couldn't see the ball. Like, it was like, "Hey, did you see the ball? Did you see the ball?" Like, it was hard to see, man. So now we are older people, so maybe that's a little bit part to it. But I think these lights are not just what they used to be.
And you know, there is that critical twilight.
Yeah, it's true.
Moment at Anderson that is just, it's like the Bermuda Triangle. You have no idea where the ball is.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be playing defense during those minutes.
And
we were there. And you know, I'm not making excuses because they were smacking the ball around.
Yeah, they were
in the first inning. Yeah.
Yeah, our pitch. They got to our pitcher.
We can even he left the first inning.
Yeah.
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 Dude, it was what 5 or 6 runs before we recorded a single out.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we couldn't turn triple play like the other weeks before.
Right.
But you know,
we just couldn't recover from it.
We couldn't recover from it, and that's what sucks. And maybe, but they, you know, Diablos did their thing, and honestly, it felt like it was worse than 95. To be honest with you, man, it did not feel like a 95 game.
I thought it at least got double digits.
Yeah, so did I, dude.
4 runs? Yeah, we couldn't.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, he said that.
Now I'm pissed.
When I saw that pop up on my notification, I think this morning, I was like, "What?
Yeah,
just no, that can't be right. 19 to 5, but not 9 to 5." You know, that's what it felt like. But yeah, I mean, it was bad, man.
And it was, you know, we had a long lineup, so it took a long time to turn it over, and it just felt like you were out of it. You know?
Yeah, it just put us out of it, man. Yeah. And then we were batting a lot of people too, so. Yeah. Long time for turn up. David Kahn says like, "Hey man, all the leagues should post the city of Houston parks and make a complaint about the lights." And you know, I wish they would. I could tell you that if some of you guys out there that don't play at night, besides the lights sucking, sometimes what happens is I wish they would put like a pony wall right by the parking lot, because those lights.
Especially at Mason.
A Mason,
yeah.
But also Mason 1. And also Anderson, the lights, I don't know if they put some new buildings back there with new lights, but I'm playing second base, right? Yeah. So I'm playing on that side. Yeah. It gets in my, I just can't see. I can't see, so I hate it, man. So, you know, but at least we get to play at night. We get to play during the week.
It's something,
It's something, man.
I mean, we gotta tolerate it just for a little bit. I don't know. After that twilight, I'm fine. Yeah. I can, for the most part, see the ball.
Yeah.
Unless it's dirty and it's hit right at you.
Well, like you said earlier, that field, those conditions, just a little bit got dirty. So first pitch, it touches the ground. It's dirt. It's brown now. It's like I can't see it. I mean, if we're not getting MLB, we can get brand new one every fucking pitch. So I wish we had that kind of fucking budget, right? Because that's what you need. Because it's just you can't see shit, man.
Maybe when they tear down Anderson, they'll move those lights to Mason.
Combine them.
Just supplement,
supplement, add more to them, dude. I mean, it's just bad, man. Tim, you sell lights, man. You need to get out there and get them to fix them lights or something, man. But yeah, Ryan was out there playing center field, and he said, "Yeah, man. Once it goes past the lights, he goes, you can't see shit. He goes, you can only see line drives."
Yeah.
You know, so.
Or if you got an angle, you know, if you have an angle on it, you can kind of get a glimpse of it. But anything hit straight to you, forget about it.
Yeah, man. It was kind of, could have been dangerous. Luckily, nobody got hurt.
Yeah.
Shoot, sorry. So we got everybody, right? We sent everybody?
Yeah, is that a segue?
No.
A yawn segue?
No, shit. I don't remember a time I ever yawned like that.
I mean, not unless you want to. I mean, they've got so many leagues, right?
Well, let's see. Well, this
divisions.
Week, divisions.
You know,
well, divisions and leagues, right? I think
35 open.
Yeah,
40.
We don't do enough open, man. But I do want to say that I think this weekend, Bobby hit me up, and I guess Liga Metropolitana Alianza is playing somebody in the championship. I gotta figure. I don't know who it is, but they're playing somebody in the championship this weekend. So maybe I'll go out there. Maybe I'll play my game. I don't know yet. But this weekend for the Veteranos League, you got semifinals for the Cardenales and Tigres, game 1 and 2 on 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. And then the third and final game of our playoff game is the Aztecas versus the Indios, which I'm in a huge predicament right now because we got that 4 o'clock game and then a 5 o'clock Pirates game. So that's gonna suck. I don't know what to do, Cody. There's no right answer, right?
No, you're gonna let somebody down.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just me. There's like 3 of us.
Yeah. Yep.
You know.
Well,
so.
you know that's the price you pay when you play in multiple leagues. So.
Yeah. So any other leagues?
I mean the Hurricanes are undefeated.
God damn.
35. I mean it's 3-0. They're still kind of early. Well, most of HHL is still early.
Yeah.
40 and up. I'll just look at some standings here. Hurricanes still undefeated, 4-0.
God damn.
Yeah.
Fucking Misha running the terror over there, huh?
Storm, is that a new team? Storm's 1-1. Angels 1-2. Panthers 0-3. What's Dale doing here? Where's he putting all his chips?
Is he
'Cause he's
successful?
still in the 30, right? Yeah, the
Yeah.
Panthers. I don't know.
Hey, Pedro chimes in. Hey, man, playoff game over regular season game.
Well, that's your biggest argument right there.
It is.
Right?
It really is.
mean,
I used to always say all the time.
Yeah.
I used to say all the time. I'm like, bro, you're going to leave me when like players would go, hey, man, well, I got to go do this game. I'm like, really? You're going to leave me for a regular season game? Like, this is a fucking playoff game. I need you here. So I don't disagree with his logic. It's the best argument you have. I'm just trying to make it work where I can do both. Because, man, I'm going to tell you, man, I had a hell of a weekend with.
Well, you said so yourself. You don't leave games early, so.
I know, I don't, and I just, I commit. Sometimes I commit to too much, but
4 and 5. Those are the start times.
yes, there's no way I can do both.
Well, maybe you could come in and pinch hit in the last inning, and win the game. All right. Where did I ask you this? Where do you play? Where's Veteranos play?
So Mason.
Oh,
We're gonna be playing at Mason.
Mason to Northland. Yeah, that might take you a damn hour to get there.
I know, man.
So,
Opposites. No, and it was like when I was going from Memorial Ashford to the Veterans in what Pearland or whatever. That's about like a 40-some minute drive, man. So it just but that's the cost of, like you said, playing in multiple leagues. So, I mean, Ballard ain't gonna like it, but I need to talk to Ballard tomorrow because I'm like, man, it's gonna suck, dude. Like, we need to get some
I'm sure Raul already told him.
Hey, snitched me out already. Hey, fool, you know what I just heard? Hot off the press. These motherfuckers ain't gonna show up. Oh man. So Jesse said just finished 37-0. It was brutal. Damn, what the hell? Whose game was 37-0? Man, that's fucking crazy.
It's football started. What the? Wow.
Yeah, no shit. 37-0. I mean, you gotta not let go of the gas, right? You gotta be just right. Like you're taking extra bases. You're stealing. Right? 37.
37. I mean, you gotta start calling strikes up here, right?
Right. Yeah. So y'all need.
You widen. Jesse must have widened that zone. I don't know. Do you do that, Jesse? Do you do that?
He probably does widen his zone. Well, he was trying to get me to go yard, get myself to strike out and shit. I'll give you $100, man. Which was funny, man. Kind of made it interesting, man. So, but see, again, that's how much to me, that's what makes it enjoyable, right? You're playing with your buddies, you're playing against your buddies, and then you got friends on that are umpires, right? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's fun out there, man. John was out there in the field at Anderson. Him and Jesse, man, and it's like, they've seen you play in other leagues, they recognize you, man, and you just it's like the Sandlots, right? You're kind of playing with people man.
Yeah.
You're not playing with random people. So, but
picking up habits and tendencies to use against you later.
No, it's 100% true though. Hey man, I know what you do. I know that you do this. I know you do that, and you know and you gotta play over those, right? Like I can't tell you how many times I'm sitting at first, and they either do like a high fastball, or quick step, and it's like I gotta be smart about it, right? Because I probably lost a step or two there, so I gotta get a good jump when I get to.
So your lead's gonna be bigger.
My lead's gotta be bigger, and I gotta get a good jump,
You
because
just admitted that.
well, but the thing is, I have to because they know already, right? They know, so I gotta be smart about it. I don't want to like that when I stole third and I got caught right there. I mean, I was dead out.
Yeah, and then you pulled the A-Rod and boom, kicked it right out of his glove.
I did not expect him to put the tag down.
Yeah.
I expected him to tag because I was up by a mile. Usually you put the tag up, right? But he put it down.
It's like, why slide? Because you were out by a mile.
Yeah. Come on, I slide. And I felt bad. He's like, and then Punch was like, hey man, the ball went out. I was like, oh shit, my bad. Let me get back. So it worked out good, man. But
so at what point did they call you out for like leaving the base? Like you literally were halfway in the dugout.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Like if you do that any other time, like okay, you're out of the base pad. You're out.
Yeah,
like how do you get a chance to go back?
It was weird.
That's
man.
what I was wondering.
I guess nobody called it. I guess if Diablos could have argued it, like, hey, time blew
it.
A.
He walked off.
Yeah, he walked off.
He was halfway to the dugout. And how can he go? Or how is he allowed to run back to the bag?
Dude, that could have happened, man.
Yeah,
that could have happened. So luckily it didn't. So it worked out in our favor. Anything else, Cody?
No, I'm good. Appreciate you guys listening to us ramble on and on and on.
But it was a lot of weird shit going on. I gotta say. I mean, between the fucking catch and the bobble and the balk slash and then the sticky substance with no sticky substance. Dude, and it's funny because I never thought about it until I started talking about it. I'm like, man, that kind of was an interesting game. It would have been good to have that on the video. Like, dude, check this out. It was weird. It was just a big old mess up. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see what happens this weekend. Who knows? Might be something new.
All right, man. You guys have a good night.
All right, gentlemen.
Damn.